Yikes.
What are your secrets, Ariana?
Hello. Today is my husband Dan's annual company Christmas party, and for the last 2 years I felt kind of bummed that I didn't have a dress that I made myself to wear to them. Whenever I introduced what I did to his coworkers, they'd always be like, oh, did you make the thing that you're wearing today? And it's like, no, I don't make everything. Today, that's gonna change because I am going to try to make my party dress. I bought the fabric yesterday from Leo's Textiles. There's a couple of stores in Toronto near Queen and Spadina that I really love, but Leo's Textiles is the place I go to if I want really pretty fabric. Their fabric ain't cheap, but it is some pretty stuff.
How amazing would it be to have a suit out of this stuff? Wait, there's more. Look at creams, black and white. Back to this though.
Well, I got this black point satin. It's got all these crazy flowers embroidered onto it, and I'm gonna combine that with a little bit of Ariana Grande. I don't know, it kind of makes you look like a real life ornament, to be honest. Okay, this is what I am dealing with. It is 2 yards of this fabric and the flower pattern. I think I want these vines to go vertically. I need 1 whole piece that's gonna be the front of the skirt, and it's gonna be like this. I do this all the time to just visualize. Oh my gosh! It's gonna be like this, and then I need that same thing on the back. So let's cut the skirt pieces first, and then whatever's left over, yikes, will be what I have left to deal with for the upper half. I hate cutting the fabric because then it's like, it's really happening now and you can't turn back. Look at these threads. They're kind of pretty. Okay, I just ate lunch. Sorry, lunch was a bit spicy and my spice tolerance is not that great, and so now I have the sniffles. There they are, all folded up. Here is the rest of that material. All right, folks, we've cut out the front and back. I'm kind of alarmed at this size difference. The front naturally had to be bigger to accommodate chest. I may have gone too far. It's folded along the top. And now I'm trying to figure out this darting situation. What are your secrets, Ariana? These little dots along her dress are a clue that shows me that it's folded and it's all straight along the top, which means this little dart here on the side is where it all gets like sucked up so that it can still form a good cup shape around her front. Today we're gonna try a bit of a new approach. I put this body piece on my body form and then pinched in the part that I thought would need to go away to form a dart. What I want to do from there is get this onto a piece of paper so that I can continue to use it on the other 4 sides that I need to do this. I have devised a system where I lay it down, I put this guy in the corner, then I focus on bringing these 2 together. So I've got the 4 darts here. The idea is that it's gonna fold in half once these darts are in. As you can see, there's a little bit of cupping action going on. Howdy! This is the top now that I've put in those darts. I hope you can tell that this part is sewn in. Oh, there we go. Little shine helps. Right now, when I put it on, there's still quite a bit of a gap up here. With darts, the 2 things that at least I'm trying to figure out always is where they go and how much fabric they should suck up. Those are the ends, which I think is pretty good because that's like where you want your chest's peak to be. So location is not bad. It's the volume of the dart that is the current issue. The dart volume has been increased, and we're gonna give this a try. I don't think the lighting can show, but I am covered in little rainbow bits of these fibers. It is so shimmery and so multicolored. I am a lint rainbow. So the top fits me much more flush. I will go over this stitch with a finer stitch because right now they're just basted, so if any tension is put on it, you can see the stitch marks, which is not a great look. These I'm trying to point downwards, so you'll notice they're not all going in the same direction. All right, there, nice and pressed. I've pressed the front half and I went ahead and pressed the back half. I'm gonna sew them together. This side I will leave available to attach the zipper. So I'm just gonna sew this more rough side to this. What was the other thing I was gonna mention? I'm also gonna zigzag stitch all the way around because this thing is shedding everywhere, and if it sheds anymore, I might not have anything left to work with. So while they're both folded, I'm going to pin them front to back. So that way that seam that I ironed will all match up. This is the front and the back of the top pinned together. We're gonna sew with a straight stitch. Hey, here we are with the top. There's darts. There's the back. It's 1:53 p.m. I should start focusing on the skirt inset. So the skirt, 2 huge rectangles. First step, join the rectangles so that they're one long strip that's gonna go around for the skirt. And pay attention to the pattern to make sure that you join them in a way where the pattern still matches. Never made that mistake before. All right, so it's all pinned, but it is not, the skirt has not been sewn to the top. I can't help myself but want to give it a try at this stage. Oh my gosh. What have I done? Please don't poke me, please don't poke me. Da 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 da, oh man. Yep, the volume is definitely sufficient. Pockets. I should have included pockets. There's no time for that. So I'm gonna sew the skirt to this dress. I just made a horrible mistake. I was sewing, and then realized that I had run out of bobbin thread so many stitches ago. So I thought it was all done, and then it turns out I have all this left over to do, which sucks. Also, my hands keep snagging on the fabric, and so I'm going to try to make a new habit of having some hand lotion nearby, because handling fabric, oddly, really does make your hands quite dry. Honestly, I guess it's like your towel drying your hands over and over and over. I can't even begin to tell you how many times this whole thing has happened where my bobbin runs out and I just keep sewing. Oh, my body aches just thinking about it. The time is now 3:12. Now I'm starting to run out of time. Now I need to start freaking out. At the bottom, I did my typical bottom hem, which is where I fold the strip in once, do a straight stitch, then fold it once more, do a straight stitch. It's what I find to be a super easy way to finish them off and make them look nice and sharp. This right here is the side of the dress that opens up, and so I did put in an invisible zipper. I think because there's a lot of fabric, it is a little bit hard to zip up. And then, as always with the zippers, make sure you put in a little hook and eye at the top. That just helps it to close so that you don't have to focus on pinching this part while you're trying to zip up the zipper. And lastly, the straps. Now, if I had a bit more time, I definitely would have taken this same fabric and sewn a tube. There's a previous tutorial where I did do that, so I can link it for you. But for the sake of speed, I hand sewed, look at this aggressive hand sew job, but I hand sewed these black satin straps to the dress. The main downside with these straps is that this dress material is quite heavy, and so with a strap this thin, it is going to end up causing me a little bit of shoulder pain. But there it is. I got him in.
You wanna deal with a player? All you gotta do is keep it real with a player. Just answer your phone whenever I call, cause I'm riding on chrome. Whenever I ball, I like a short, tall, but